A very good evening. I am Samya Gupta for today's event, coffee break session. Who have made leaps about the leaps. Anna was a security with an electronics and background. He graduates work helped in actively also the co-founder. X is an AI platform which recommends work based on use. Also suggests for candidates. Mr. Vishweshwar his experience. Sir, let's more about
Hey, thanks. So, I mean, in bachelor's, right, in electronic, to the traditional path, I did work in 5 years. So, I used to pass activity to mentor the who want to be, so they used to ask, okay, sir, job, right? Motivation. So when we, with along, I mean, co-founders, right? Development industry, right? It's undergraduate people, right, to do a certain. So we wanted to knowledge gap between what we learn in the college, right, in the corporates, and huge knowledge gap, right? To bridge that gaps of this platform or the platform, any person can. Initially, idea was right, not only the tech sector, right, but the experts and right, pick up one that part, find that, and move on to the other sector. Focus on the tech sector. Does right? Any person into the technology industry, blockchain, web, that person can come to the platform. To that person, okay, you learn right in your last working profession, right? Submit the inputs on the platform. Person platform desired job profile where he is. So based will recommend OT gap, and that you learn that platform will. These are the learning based learning, more learning, right? So it's a life things platform is so this is the up into the technology sector. Yeah, and right now we're working with the graduates and those people. It takes those feedbacks, right? Yeah, now into the product that fit, generate the phase, right? So, I mean that knowledge gap or the skill gap we learn in the school and right? That motivation of the all co now platform is doing. Yeah, I give up right now.
yes, sir. Really amazing, sir. About your team and
Okay, so 6 people in our co-founding team. there are one different cities right now. So the people are in Chennai, in USA, right? So we are and one is in his master. So education and experience as well. He did understand what is the pain to be industry deployed. So this is the team.
Sirs, like if you always like have some bugs or any hindrances that you
So I mean, again, more psychology, right? Again, we are trying for the customer, right? On our platform, and whatever he do customer life, right? So, psychology and under the customer. So what is that was to bridge that knowledge gap. That doesn't take us. Again, we need to we need to understand what. So I would say the customer, understanding the customer side, that is the biggest point as a startup. I would say
over
interaction with the customer. To say that, right, the customer moderator, right, I would say, but I would say must give a most important to that customer support. Overcome this interact with the customer on a day. Need to understand their psychology, their core motivations, right? Overcome this obstacle in.
yes. What are the type of code offers?
We create the content to be put on our platform. So the content creators. Yeah.
Basically, it helps us in order to select like which
Yeah.
course.
Yes. Yes.
So certain applications. So how it works?
That we so on pretty easy. Name, email ID, and what is your previous skill set, right? We do not onboarding process of a user. The user interface or web application is pretty easy to come to the platform, submit previous experience, and so we try and experience for the user.
The USPs.
It recommendation of the knowledge or that is required to do or the recommendation, I would say, of the roles and responsibilities that he needs, get a job.
So AI can only alone.
Yes.
So
We are iterating on the trying to find that fits. Yeah.
so like how far AI is more real.
In what context, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but in more like in what reliable. Okay, accurate part, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, more accurate than the so it into the backend that you will see on the platform. So based on the more accuracy, so it's a reliable than the action, I would say. Or in question that it's and more accurate data.
So, like, what are the basic your application which the mentor?
Uh, Mentor, I mean, it's a kind of a similar, but you search for the mentor, right? Social media platform. There is a process, right, to search for that particular job industry. But AI-based recommendation, so it's not, you will get immediate results based on you. So I would say mentor, you can get advice from a mentor, but it is again time taking and process, right? So the platform.
So, like, in your application, if you fill all this form as you said, so result we will get or like it
You will get the, so there is bit of the issue right now. So we are working on this part. So you will get some recommendations based on your input, but it more and more user inputs, more and more recommendations. So we are working on the accuracy part. We get the results immediately.
so there are many other companies as well, such as so like so how does your company like what are the major things that makes you special, your company special?
You tell me, right? Teachers, the people come to that platform and tell courses on the platform. So kind of right now it's the user and recommendation. So would it be a recommendation of a knowledge gap, the knowledge gap? So would it is more of a content creation platform or is it more of a recommendation platform? Recommend knowledge or the skills. And right now it's free of cost, so open source. But let's see, I mean, how we can monetize in the future for from a user side as well. But we haven't thought of that, right? We wanted to keep that as an open source. Yeah, I
So
hope that answers your question.
yes sir, as you said that it's an open source, so then how does the company earns?
So we do charge to the edtech partners, right? Who is, I mean, to whom we are onboarding on a platform, right? Let's say one is creating the project-based learning or creating any course, right? So we do onboard those people on our platform, right? And people go for that learning opportunity, and we do charge the commission to our edtech partners.
Yes sir. So could you please throw some light on intelligent agents and how they are used in AI?
Intelligent,
Agents.
okay. I need
One,
more elaboration on this question. I mean, I
one,
didn't understand intelligent agents.
these.
Hello.
Yes sir. So am I
Uh,
audible?
yeah, you are audible. I mean, little bit more elaboration on the intelligent. I did not understand the question properly.
Okay sir. So, like the question was this, could you please throw some light on intelligent agents and
Okay,
like how they are used in AI?
you're talking about the chatbots or something, that kind
Yes,
of a
sir.
thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, it's a,
The
okay.
chatbot.
It's a great tool, right, for the customer interaction. So if we place the chatbot on a landing page or application, right, customer can come to the chatbot and put his query, right? So I mean, there are two things, right? One is the how do I say, unsupervised and the supervised, right? So if we develop the supervised chatbot, right, so it's a set of questions, right, that we code, right, and customer, we predict that what will customer will ask, right, to us, right, what are the queries of a customer. So that is the kind of a Q&A or rule based chatbot, right? So that is one, and the second is the more of a human interaction kind of a, right? So it will develop the algorithm, it will answer to the customer queries, right? So I would say that is a great tool to answer the customer queries, chatbots. Yeah.
So, sir, like what are the top skills that one should learn these days, according to you,
uh
sir?
I mean, it again, it will depend on the person interest. But I mean, there are so many skills, right? One is the Python coding, right?
The recent market trends.
Artificial intelligence, blockchain, Python, right? One should also improve on their mathematics, right? Revise their mathematical knowledge. To if somebody want to get into the data science or artificial intelligence or the deep learning, right? So mathematics is one. In the mathematics, statistics, probability, and there are different topics, right? Differential equation, all those things, right? So let's say person want to get into the artificial intelligence, one need to improve their Python coding skills, then the mathematical skills. So there are few frameworks, right? So one must get improve on those skill set if somebody want to get into the artificial intelligence. Digital marketing is there. Then the blockchain is right. Blockchain will stay as a technology in the India, right? It's kind of a hot space right now, I would say. So if somebody want to get into this space, definitely they can, right? So these are, I mean, again, uh, quantum computing, but these are the far ahead things, right? Quantum computing, 5G, but these are the future, right? But right now, if somebody want to get in immediately into the space, right? Artificial intelligence, blockchain, and the digital marketing. So these are the 2-3 spaces that person can get into, right?
Sir, does your application provide placements as well?
Not yet, not yet. So I mean, we want to, but right now it is not on our application.
So, sir, what are your future projections, plannings, and projections?
We want to improve our accuracy for a recommendation. So that is our first small goal, I would say. The recommendation to the user, right? So we want to improve on that part. So right now it's, I would say, the 7 out of 10, I would say, in terms of accuracy. But yeah, we want to improve on that recommendation part, and we can think about around the job assistant part and onboarding the people, right? Who recruit us people, right? So that would be our future projection, I would say, in terms of the iteration part.
So, do you is your company having any collaboration with other schools or colleges?
We are in interaction with the engineering colleges right now, in Pune, in other cities as well. We haven't signed any EOU or something, but we are in touch with the engineering colleges right now.
Yes. So, sir, are you is your company looking for any sort of investments?
Yeah, yeah, we are looking for the investment. We are at early stage, and to build our team, right? Tech team or operation side team, right? And other marketing expenses and other few things, right? So we are looking for funding.
So, what is the amount that you are looking for, and on what sector will you be using it on?
So we are looking between the 1 to 2 million, and we will spend those money on building tech team and building on marketing expenses and the operation side. So these are the main, right now I can say that these are the main three expenses that, considering next 1 or 2 years runway, right? Minimum 1 year runway. So 1 to 2, and these are the three main expenses that we are looking for.
Sir, so what are your current revenue positions?
We are at pre-revenue stage. I mean, we did generate some cash in the 3-4 months back, but we can say that we are at pre-revenue stage, and we are finding that fit to generate the more and more revenue. But yeah,
So, if you had to tell any three value propositions about your startups, so what would it be?
the first one would be the recommendation of the skills and knowledge that people are confused, right? Bringing clarity to the user who want to upskill themselves into the particular industry. So first one is value proposition, is the first is clarity to the user's mind. Second would be the learning opportunities, right? If you go to the Google or other platforms, right? YouTube, Google, right? You will see so many. So people get confused over there as well, right? Uh, which learning opportunity or which course to choose, right? So we are curating our edtech partners, and then we are onboarding those people on our platform. So providing the clarity in terms of what to learn and where to learn. These are the main two value propositions on the platform. Third one, hmm, job assistance would be the future thing, but not right now. We haven't implemented that, but that would be the third value propositions, right? So these are the three value propositions to our user, I would say.
So what is the, or like who is the biggest threat for you, like for the company?
uh, in terms of competition, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, there are multiple competitors, right? Even we do consider the Google and YouTube as well as, right, our competitors, right? Because there is a so much of a free content is available on those platforms, right? And there are a few other tech partners who are creating the content, who are providing the mentorship to the people, right? There are a few platforms out there. So there are multiple platforms out there, but as an individual, as a company, as a startup, right, we do focus on our customer, on our target customer, right? We do look at the competitors, right? But main our focus is on the customer, what they require and how, what value we can provide to the customer. So yeah.
Sir, is it startup completely built in home?
It is bootstrap right now. Yeah.
So how do we see Scalar providing strong placements?
uh, sk- Job placement you are asking, regarding the job placement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how we gonna assist in terms of getting job, right? That's what you're asking. We will onboard people who are providing job, or recruiters, right? We will onboard those people on our platform, and we are that's how we project that, right? Yeah.
I would also like to request the audience, if you're having any sort of questions, you can like ask the questions on the chat box. Also, I would like to request all the participants here. There is a link for the same. Uh, it will be provided in the chat box. It's a feedback form. Please, you can fill that.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so have a question for you. So we have big
Okay.
companies like Udemy and etc. Right? And you're telling that your only USP is AI. With any big company with a cash flow can build it, right? So how are you protecting yourself from such threats?
uh, I mean, that threat is always there. We are also considering that part, but I mean, as I said, right, we are right now just being aware of the competition, but we are still focusing on a customer, right? What they want and what they are aspiring for. So I mean, big companies having the cash and funding, right? They do, they are big competitors for us, but I mean, we are focusing on a customer right now.
My follow-up question is that it is because you're asking for a huge funding, and the only value that you currently have is AI, and which
Okay.
doesn't look like a good deal. Is it so? Or do you have anything to say?
uh right now, that is, I mean, we can say that that is the USP for us. But right now, we are again, we are iterating on the customer feedback right now, and we are, trying to find that product market fit where we, there are more USPs and more, or maybe value propositions. As I said, right, there will be more and more value propositions for our user. So that was the MVP kind of a thing, right? For initial, right, that was just a recommendation of a skills or knowledge required for the user. But again, we will provide going forward, there will be more and more value propositions for our user. So, and for that we will require funding, to build that tech team and build that marketing team and operation team, right? So right now, this is only the AI part, that is our USP or the recommendation part. But going forward, there will be more and more you will see on the platform.
Okay. So my final question is that I'm just curious, like while other platforms are building in that same, so is there a need for such recommendation? Do people really don't know what courses to pick or something like that?
uh
Is there a need? Is it
yeah,
really
yeah.
solving the problem?
I mean, there is a need. I mean, there are so many platforms out there, right, to tell you that what you need to learn and where you can learn, but people are confused. Still people are asking for the mentorship and asking, they are confused, right? They don't have a clarity to do a certain job, what exactly they need to learn and where they can learn, right? So there is a confusion out there, big abundance of information and dearth of information out there, right, to tell you that what you can do and what where you can do that, right? But platform is, very specific about telling you that okay, this is what exactly you need to learn, or there will these are your roles and responsibilities when you land into your job, right? And where you can learn those skills, particular skill set, right? So that we can see as a our USP, or value proposition for the customer.
Okay, completely got it. Just one more follow-up question.
Okay.
Trying to get understand how the recommendation is working. So, do you have any type of technical question or something where you test their knowledge that thing,
your
or is
voice
it?
uh, your voice is a bit not clear, sir.
Oh, is it clear now?
Yeah, now it is clear. Yeah.
So my doubt is that does the recommendation engine ask a lot of technical questions to judge these people, or they simply ask, what is your skill set? They rate yourself from to 10, something like that. Is that how it works? Because that.
Okay. So it is, let's say you are a user, you done your graduation in particular engineering space. You come to the platform and you say, I done my graduation in mechanical engineer, but I want to go for the data science job profile, right? You come to the platform, you submit your basic details, and then you platform will ask you submit what what you learn in your 4 years of graduation. But as a fresher or as a fresh graduate, you say, I am not aware of my skill set. So platform will ask you at least submit your topic of interest, that make so you will submit minimum 3 topics on the platform. Based on those inputs, platform will tell you, okay, these are the skill set that you need to learn, and platform will ask you, these are the relevant job profiles where you can go for based on your inputs. So as a user, you come to the platform, you submit either your skill set or your topic of interest. Based on those inputs, platform will tell you these are the number of skills or maybe job profiles that you can go for.
Do you have any sound education specialist or someone to decide the decision for the AI?
So could you please repeat the question, sir?
Do you have any education counselors in your team to decide the choice of AI in terms of AI building? Like, so who is
uh,
validating the choice for this decision that you're making in terms of
no
AI?
sir, no. We right now we don't have any educational counselors for the to tell you that okay, this is the correct, or this is completely AI based thing. I
So
hope that I answered the question, sir.
uh, uh, yeah, but then if you build an AI without having an education counselor in your team, how would you know that AI is built right and etc.? Anyway, this is my last question. All the very best.
Oh, okay, okay. So we do have a database, sir. So we as a team, we do not feel that educational counselor, right? So tell you that because there would be n number of educational counselors to we need to bring on the platform to tell you that for the particular domain. So right now we do have a database that on the based on that data we recommend AI recommend the skill set or the particular learning opportunity to the person. So Uh, I hope that answers your
Got
question.
Cool. Got it. Got it. All the
Yes.
very
Yeah.
best.
So, sir, there's one question from Shishir Trivedi. That is, how do you control the quality of the learning content on your platform?
We curate the content. We onboard only those people, even it's a mock people or maybe individual person who is creating the content, right? We first see the feedback of those content, right, on the online, right? Let's say for example, Udemy. We onboarded on Udemy. So we actually gone through all the courses, their rating, their feedback of a user on the particular course, let's say Python course, right? We gone through all the ratings, all the feedbacks, and then we the price of the course, right? Whether it's valuable at that money, right? Then we onboarded those people on our platform. So it's a very curated content, right, that we are onboarding on the platform.
So, the next question by Shishir Trivedi is the same exact content not available elsewhere on any other platform?
It is the same content. So could you please repeat the question?
Yes, sir. So the question is the exact same content not available elsewhere on other platforms?
You might find the same content on other platform, but the only thing that we are here is the value proposition that okay, don't go anywhere else, come to the platform, search for that content, you will get for that, let's say Python, right? So you don't have to go and search for that course or something, right? You come to the platform, submit your, let's say you want to learn Python, you search on the platform, okay, this is the Udemy course that you can see on the platform, and we are, as I said, right, we are curating the content before onboarding those people. So the content is available on other platforms as well, let's say Google, YouTube, and other edtech platforms as well, but you will see the proper recommendation for you for that particular skill set.
Sir, there is one more question about by Akshara. The question is, what is the percentage of commission that you charge the tech companies?
It depends actually. It's maybe it varies from, it's we do have three models. It is a subscription basis as well and the commission basis. So based on the value proposition value that we are providing to the edtech partners, we it varies from partner to partner and what subscription model they want to choose, right, on our platform. So it depends. It's there is no exact figure for the that I can tell you right now that okay, this is the exact commission that we charge for the particular person. So it depends, it varies.
So, sir, like, what is the percentage?
It varies from 10 to 15%.
So, another question that has been asked by Akshara is like, what was your bootstrapped amount?
Bootstrapped amount, I mean, uh, infrastructure amount, right? AWS infrastructure, and then the marketing spend, online marketing, traveling expense. I mean, there are so many things that, I mean, again, the bootstrap amount I cannot tell you, but it between few thousand to 1 lakh would be something, based on the online marketing and the traveling expenses and the building, for the software, some cost.
So hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
So like I saw your website. I saw your team. There is
Okay.
a there is a vast amount. Like one of your teammates is a prior astronaut.
Yes, yes, yes.
So like so how do you gather such peoples? Like they had a different field. Then yours, like your field is a pretty different than them. Like how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
came up with different peoples like that?
So I mean, I mean, as I said, right, the core motivation was, I mean, he also the person who is astronaut, right? He also was a teacher in one college, right? So that was so all the people had, had a core motivation to do something into the tech space. So that's how we met together to do something into the bridge that knowledge gap or the skill gap. So we do have different varied skill set and different backgrounds, and everybody gone through the formal education plus the corporate experience, right? But as we experience as a team that the knowledge gap or the skill gap, that's where we, wanted to bridge that, and that's how we came together, right?
Okay,
The
so thank
motivation, I
you.
mean, in other words, I would say the motivation was the same for the whole team, irrespective of the background, I would say.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I would request all the participants to kindly fill out the
those people are not more used to use the such a user interface or online applications or these things, right? They will find it hard to use initially, right? But once they see the value that the application is providing to those people, they definitely will get used to for that. Even as a user, right, I do find sometimes difficult to use certain applications, right? Even in LinkedIn as well, right, there are so many features and so many things, right, on a LinkedIn as well. So we need to get used to for that, to use that application if we see as a user that the application is providing value in our life, right?
What I would like to mention, highlight is that since you are not making any special courses, so I'm just thinking myself as a customer. So
Okay. Uh-huh.
will a barrier for entry. So if I'm not able to use this particular website, what I will do is that I'll go to a website which is more simpler, because there are some websites offering in native Hindi languages and other languages, and which is making a lot more user friendly. So wouldn't this be a big barrier for customers using the product?
Working professional market. So definitely, people, as a parent, I would want to send my child to the school, not he or she learn on the online platform, right? That's what happened, right? So, but in about 12th or in engineering background or working professional people, right? They can come to the platform. They can understand what's their as a individual startup, right? If I talk about our startup, right? So people can come to the platform, understand their knowledge gap, skill gap, right? So it's we will not get impacted due to the COVID or after the COVID. So that's how I see that. But there are certain sectors or capital market, they got impacted, they got rise due to the COVID, but they again fallen back because of the after the COVID. Yeah.
So the next question that has been asked by Akshara.
Do you within your company taking over career counseling directly head on by using AI?
Career, I just heard the career counseling.
Do you wish to directly focus and replace career counseling
No,
using
no, no.
AI?
Not exactly. I mean, there are so many people, right? There are people career counseling. I mean, as a personal experience, career counseling happen mostly into the soft skills, right? To understand your aptitude and where what interest that you can choose, and there are multiple tests available, right, for to assess the soft skill part. In terms of hard skill, that's what we are doing, right? Recommendation of a hard skill, right? Tech skills recommend to the user. So I don't think that we are trying to replace the career counselors or something. I hope that I answered the question.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? So I could see someone.